Hey, what is up, everybody? Good evening. I'm Phil with the Guided Growth Syndicate and Atlas Agency Launch Lab. And for those of you in the Growth Navigator, one of the bonuses we talked about were ChatGPT prompts. And I was a little behind in getting those together. And the more I thought about it, I thought it would just be easier for you and for me to just do a live on it and show you exactly how to use it. Because the thing about prompts, um, everybody has their own way. So mine are written out in more paragraph form, and they tend to involve more of a conversation back and forth with ChatGPT. It works quite well for me. And in the lead up to this, I put out, and I tested this before I came on here because I, I didn't want to promise something I couldn't deliver. But I put together a fake agency, and I put together an offer, an avatar, a niche, where to find leads, how a Facebook posting strategy, and a strategy for growing Facebook. I did all of that in under a half hour, and that includes 8 emails and the script, the text for a landing page. So I'm just going to put at everyone here and let them know that we are live, and it's telling me I can't do that. That's the second time it did that to me. So yeah, so I can't let everybody know we're live, unfortunately, but we are. So without further ado, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to build a fake agency here, and we're going to do an offer. We're going to generate an offer. We're going to generate an avatar. We're going to talk about maybe some emails, all of that. We're going to do it all. And it's going to take a little longer than a half hour because I'm going to stop and explain each step. But anyway, I'm really hoping that you guys enjoy this, and I'm going to enjoy bringing this to you. So hopefully you can all see my screen. I'm going to tell ChatGPT now exactly what we're doing. So I'm just going to type it in here, and I'll read it to you when I'm done. So I own an agency called Fountain Ink. It is a bit of a whimsical play on words, but that really speaks a bit to who I am. It is a new agency, and I want to tell you all about it. I'm going to start by giving you some details, and then I want you to ask me any questions that you may have that I did not answer for you. How does that sound? Okay, so it tells me, sounds great. I'm eager to learn more about Fountain Ink and what makes it unique. Please go ahead and share the details, and I'll ask any questions to help fill in the gap. And pardon me if I'm not looking directly at the camera. I have 3 monitors set up here, and the screen I'm working off of is to the side. So, great. So I'm going to tell it we are a startup. I work on it full time, but my wife has a part-time day job. We can offer almost anything in the marketing arena because we white label most of our offerings. And I'm going to go full Ron Swanson on it, just to give it a little personality background. So I tend to lean very libertarian. Libertarian. Oh, I knew I'd spell that wrong. There it is. And would like to work with other libertarian leaning businesses. However, I will not turn down working with others who do not share that perspective. Let's see. And I apologize for the sniffles too. I'm getting over a sinus infection. So let's see. I will not turn down my. Let's just. I'll tell you what. Let's just ask it. What else do you need to know from me before we can craft and offer an avatar? Okay. So now it's going to go through a list of questions here. And I'm going to respond to each one of them. 1. Could you specify some of the key marketing services you offer? Do you specialize in any particular area of marketing, digital, social? We are a digital marketing agency that white labels most of our offerings. 2, I don't know yet. I need your help with that. 3, mainly the United States. Let's see, competitive edge. What makes Fountain Ink stand out from other marketing agencies? 4, our competitive edge is personal. It's how much we care and put into our client relations. We don't do transactions. We do relationships. 5, company value and culture. Can you elaborate a bit more on the libertarian values and how they influence your business practices and client interactions? Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that question. So, I'm just gonna say, we lean heavily towards constitutional values and prefer our clients to be patriots where at all possible. 6, budget and pricing strategy. What pricing models do you have in place? Are your services more premium priced or budget friendly? I will need your help with this as we are a startup and have not signed anybody yet. 7, we primarily interact with clients over Zoom or Google Meets. 8, I am quite adept at sales closing and building landing pages. My wife is very good at customer retention because of her glowing personality. I'm scoring some points here. And 9, we do not have any yet. And then finally 10. So short term, I want to bring in 6K a month to keep the lights on, and 10K a month would be more longer term so that my wife can quit her day job and focus exclusively on fountain ink. So it's spitting out a bunch of stuff here, and we're going to go over this a little bit step by step here. So the first thing it did, it gave me a target market. Given your focus on digital marketing and preference for clients who value constitutional principles and patriotism, your ideal clients might be small to medium sized businesses, especially those owned by like minded individuals. These could be businesses in sectors like local services, e commerce, or those with a strong local presence in the United States. And then here it's going to give me a pricing strategy. So it's saying as a startup, it might be beneficial to start with competitive pricing to attract initial clients and build a portfolio. Consider offering package deals on a tiered pricing model that can accommodate businesses of different sizes and budgets. Okay, yeah. It's going to tell me about avatar creation. Your client avatar could be a small business owner, possibly another. Okay. The person might be looking for digital. Yep. Okay. So this is all very broad, right? There's nothing here that's like super specific. It's going to give me a marketing strategy, networking, content marketing, testimonials and case studies. As I start working with clients, gather those testimonials, etc. Social media, use platforms like LinkedIn, etc. And then referral program, implement a referral program. And then it's going to tell me what I need to do to reach my short and long term goals. And then it asks me, would you like to further elaborate on any of these points or assistance with something else? So I'm going to switch gears on it a little bit. Now, it knows that I'm a digital marketing agency, it knows all this stuff. And, I'm kind of I'm sort of figuring out my offer here too. And I told it earlier that I have a lot of white label options. So I'm going to tell it that I can white label Google Ads because I never mentioned Google Ads in anything that I said before. So I'm going to tell it I can white label Google Ads, and I'm going to tell it I want to build an offer around that. So here we go. Who can run Google Ads for me? He's very good at it, and he would charge me $400 a month service fee to run these ads. Based on that, should I target the small to medium size businesses that you mentioned earlier, or should I go after agencies? Either way, what price point do you think would be best? I'm thinking around 750 to 1,000 per month. Is this reasonable? for agencies so that they can make a profit too. And I was kind of hoping this would happen. When I ran through it the first time doing this, it worked great. So here it didn't really answer my question the way I wanted it to. So it told me here with my target market, we have small to medium sized businesses, and they often need help with digital marketing, the expertise or whatever, Google Ads. Offering the service to them at an affordable price can be appealing. Keep in mind they have limited budgets. Partnering with other agencies can be lucrative, especially if they don't specialize in Google Ads, and they could use your services to complement their offerings. Agencies might have higher budgets and a steady stream of clients. However, they'd also expect a margin on your services, of course. And then consider your cost, the need to make a profit. 750 to 1,000 could be reasonable. That's great. Okay, so this is nice. This information is good, but I really want it to tell me, should I go after small businesses or agencies? Like, this is giving me both. I want it to make a decision for me. And then you will need to adjust and gain more experience. Yep, that's great. So given all of this information, would it be best to target agencies or SMBs to start? Okay. So it's telling me that I'm better off targeting agencies. It said here, given the information in your business model, targeting both agencies and small could be a strategic approach for different reasons. No, it didn't. It didn't answer me correctly. It gave me both. Initially, could be a strategic approach. Okay. I have limited resources. I need to pick one or the other. Which would you recommend to start with and why? Okay, so it's telling me that as a startup with limited resources, I need to go after small to medium sized businesses. And it's telling me why: direct client relationship, market opportunity, easier entry, profitability and growth, and alignment with my values. So starting with them seems to make the most sense. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's great, but there are so many. How do I narrow down a niche? Okay, so this is interesting. It gave me a couple of niches that I can look at here. Local service businesses, e-commerce startup, health and wellness, educational services or product, niche specific retailer, and but beyond that, it also gave me a bunch of information here. So assess your strengths and your interests, whatever my skills are, and my personal interests, and that's really huge when you're picking a niche to work with, right? You want to be interested in it. So um, that's really important. And then market demand and size and compatibility with libertarian values. It's putting a lot of emphasis on that. But okay, and that's fair. I mean, some businesses are, that's it's called repellent marketing, and it works. So profitability and budget and competitive analysis, lesser competition, look for areas, that you can easily stand out, and long-term growth potential, scalability, test and iterate. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And for this, I'm going to pick the health and wellness business. Um, there's a lot in the health and wellness industry that kind of aligns with libertarian stuff in this, because of this example. So we can talk about, the chemicals and stuff like that in the food, and why we need to like go organic or something. I don't know. So let's do a health and wellness business. So okay, so I want to work with health and wellness businesses. I can provide them Google ads through a white label contractor. Now, I'm also very skilled at building landing pages. Should that be an upsell, or should I use it as a deal sweetener? Sweetener? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's telling me, so it tells me like the advantages here. Let me scroll up if I can find my mouse. There I am. Scroll up and it tells me the advantages of upselling a landing page: increased revenue, specialized service, flexibility for clients. And then here's the advantages of using it as a deal sweetener. And then it gives me a recommendation because it knows I'm a startup. So, given you're a startup looking to establish your client base in a specific niche, it might be wise to initially use the landing page development as a deal sweetener. This approach can make your offer more attractive and help you stand out, etc. Once you've built a solid client base and demonstrate the value of your services, you can then start upselling the landing page um, as a separate to premium service. And then, just for shits and giggles, you can ask it, um, I agree, and I will use it as a deal sweetener. And can you please tell me the added value that I would be attaching to that deal for free? Example, um, Google ads for 1,000 per month plus ad spend and a free landing page, giving you a total value of and now it's spitting out like this whole thing, and it's telling me the Google Ads management $1,000 per month, right? And then the ad spend would be separate. Landing page development, the market cost, market value, excuse me, the cost for designing and building a landing page can vary, of course, So total value calculation, if you were to charge separately, the client might expect to pay 1,500 to 3,000 initially for the Google ads, and 500 to 2,000 for the landing page. By offering the landing page for free, the total value of the package provided to the client would range between 1,500 to 3,000, but they would only pay 1,000. So it tells me here how to communicate that value. So get our expert Google Ads management service for $1,000 per month plus ad spend and receive a professionally designed landing page absolutely free. This exclusive offer brings your total package value up to $3,000, ensuring maximum impact in your online advertising efforts at a significantly reduced cost. So that's great. We have the offer now, right? So we know that we're doing Google Ads and we are putting in a landing page. Now we need to talk about our avatar. So we're going to ask it some questions. And by the way, compliment ChatGPT. Every time it does something that you're happy with, tell it like, I love it. Thank you. This was awesome. It seems to work very well off of positive reinforcement. It's bizarre because it's a computer, but it's how it works. I love it. Now, help me work on my avatar. I'm dealing with health and wellness companies, and I'm going to be cold email outreach due to my budget constraints. Please give me a breakdown person who will most likely be on the receiving end. I before E except after C of these emails. Please put the data in tabular form. Do you need any other information from me before you complete this task? And I put a question mark here and I should not have. So it's gonna ask me some questions here. The size of the business. I think I should target medium size. 2 types of business. This is a good question. Are these primarily service oriented, like wellness centers or yoga studios, personal trainers, or are they product oriented, like health supplements, wellness products, or a mix of both? I'm going to say it's primarily product oriented, but we wouldn't turn down service oriented. And then 3, are you aiming to read owners, marketing managers? I'm going to say owners because we're talking about medium-sized businesses. We should be able to get owners' email addresses. So I'm going to tell it we're looking for the owners. 4, we are working nationwide in the United States. And 5, it wants to know current online presence. We're going to work with people that have some online presence. Are looking to improve upon it. And now it's giving me my information in tabular form. Okay. And it's very clear here. This avatar is a starting point that can evolve as you gain more insights. And we're actually going to have it do that. So we know here that we want the owner, all this stuff. So likely values quality and results, seeks to expand market reach, etc. pain points. So now I'm going to ask it some demographics. And with this type of stuff, you got to be really careful. When you ask GPT to do demographic stuff, it gets a little nervous. So make sure that you tell it you understand that this is just projection, or that you're just ballparking. You want to. It's almost like a way of giving it permission to put together a stereotype or an avatar for you. Um, so of small to medium. So I told it I need some demographic information on the owners of these businesses. I realize these are just projections, but based upon the data that you have available on the internet, please give me the demographic information of small to medium sized health and wellness product based businesses. And please put it in tabular format. So it's thinking. It did not put it in tabular format for me. There we go. Okay, so uh, that's great. So now we know who we're talking to. We're talking to people who are over 50. It didn't give me a gender, but that's okay. It's a good start. It says here there's a significant representation of minority owners, for example, in healthcare and social assistance sector. 27.5% of all Black owned businesses are in this sector. I did not know that. Have an existing online. Okay, that's great. So nationwide, yep, yep. Decisions are made. Okay, that's fine. So now I'm going to um, ask it for a pitch. So I need a pitch for my Google ads that will take this avatar, their worst pain point, on a journey to their highest aspiration. And bear in mind, guys, if you did some research on your own and you fed that data to ChatGPT, it would be a lot more congruent with the results that you're looking for. So this is giving me a pitch. And I left something out, and I left it out on purpose. I'm going to talk to it about a really compelling CTA. And normally I would just put it in there, but I want to give it a chance to change everything up here. So it's telling me why this pitch is good. This pitch starts with emphasizing the business owner's struggles, outlines the services you offer in a way that directly addresses those pain points, and concludes with an invitation to connect. It's crucial to personalize each email, and that's true. So that's the other thing too. I want you to realize this is not like you don't just take what's in here and send it out. You need to take what's in here and then put your own spin on it so that it has your brand voice. ChatGPT is good, but it's not perfect. So, okay, face, whatever. Okay, that's fine. Imagine this: your products are not just online, but they're seen by those who need them. Yep. Okay, so now I'm going to tell it this is good, but I need a super compelling CTA. One that is irresistible to this avatar. So it's redoing this, and that's just giving me the CTA, which is fine. Now, actually, compliment it first. That's terrific. Please work it into the pitch. So now it's going to give me a revised pitch. Awesome. So now with this, I use like it wrote it out as an email, and that's fine because now I'm going to tell it to take that pitch. Please take that pitch that you did such good work on, and we're going to make it an 8 email sequence. Please draft the first 2 emails in this sequence. And that's the other thing. Like if you tell it to draft all 8 emails at once, it just won't do a good job. Give it like 2 at a time, and it works much better. So it's going to spit out these emails for me. And I'm going to tell it I don't like those subject lines because I really don't. Like, look at that one. The subject line: why Google Ads and landing page are key to your success. Like, I would just not click on that. Like that's much better. So the subject line for the second email is not very good. Please revise it with the avatar in mind so that we can hopefully get a better open rate. What? What is that? That doesn't. There we go. Let's just go back to. Okay. So please craft 3 and 4. Yeah. See, it's fine. I don't. What? It's putting me in 3.5. Oh, apparently there's a limit on it now. I did not know that. So, yeah, so for the rest of this, I'm going to use 3.5 just to give you an idea. It would work out it'd work out much better with 4. Um, in fact, you need 4 to do this. So now it gave me 3 and 4. I'm going to have it do. Please give me 5 and 6. We're just going to run through this real quick, and I'm not going to pick it apart too much because this is 3.5. It's not 4, so it's just not going to be as good. And then, great. Please give me 7 and 8. Okay, so now that you wrote those emails for me. I need text for a landing page. Please build me out text based on the pitch that we discussed earlier. And it's going to give me a landing page. And now here's the hard part, because I'm using 3.5 instead of 4, because I reached my limit apparently. I don't know if it's going to give me the Facebook strategies, because I think 3.5 stops like with its data ability. I think it stops around like 2021, but we're going to find out here. So terrific. Given my limited budget, I want to do social media outreach. What is the best strategy for finding prospects on Facebook? Yeah, utilizing Facebook groups. Okay, great. Okay, well, I'm not running ads. Yeah, engage. Great. What would the best way to be to grow a Facebook group that I'm starting from scratch? Okay, this is actually right. Define the group's purpose and audience, optimize your group settings and description, promote your group across channels, offer valuable content, encourage engagement and participation, host regular events and activity, collaborate with influencers and partners, and encourage member referrals, track and analyze group metrics. Yeah, so that's actually correct. So that is in a nutshell what we did. We built an offer, we built an avatar, we wrote 8 emails, and I really skipped by them because again we had ChatGPT 3.5, not 4, so we skipped past them pretty much. But we built the landing page text, we built an offer, we built a pitch, and let's just ask it again. 3.5, it might be a little hairy because it's not up to date like 4 is, but I'm going to ask it anyway. um, what is the most cost effective way for me to find leads in the health and wellness industry? Yeah. So it's pretty accurate. This is true, but this could also be like relatively expensive for a startup. So that I would disagree a little bit with. I mean, it would definitely work because then you'd be near the top in Google rankings and people could find you. But um, it would all depend on your budget, of course. Um, Content create, yeah. So that would work. This is all playing the long game stuff, guys. Utilize social media platforms, email marketing. Yep. Uh, Regarding email marketing, how do I build a list of subscribers? Yeah, so this is pretty accurate as well. Collecting email addresses. So essentially, what you're doing is you're putting out content that focuses on that avatar to get them to give them your information, to get them to give you their information. So um, that's one way that you can build a list. So are there any resources out there that I can buy an email list relatively cheap. Okay, so it's telling me that it's probably a bad idea. It's telling me you're better off building your own organic email list, and I couldn't argue with that. And it's right. It says here the approach will take more time and effort, but the results will be higher quality. And that again, that's true. So um, that's ChatGPT in a nutshell, guys. If you have any questions, if you're watching this on replay, hit me up. I'd be happy to answer any questions I come across. And if there's anything else I can do for you, just please let me know. And guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Take care.